buses, ambulances, police cars to the fire brigade. They put it everywhere it's possible to see. Every business is being pushed to have a diversity, equality and inclusion political correctness structure. They have a net zero emissions climate agenda that you can read about on every website, food item or product that may contain food or use paper for packaging, or even simply using less plastic than it otherwise could have. To me, that's not a selling point. It shows me you're corrupted. They tell us while standing on big stages, in videos that get millions of views, and in the same sentence as in order to save the world. What they tell us is that we must depopulate the planet. In other words, they want people dead. This is why we see a constant need for bloodshed, for global wars. All of the peace deals fall through. Every ceasefire fails, but the people who are still winning through all of this are the rich and powerful. Make a missile for $4,000 and sell it for 40. How many have we sent so far? How much does it cost to train and outfit a soldier just so they can die within days or hours? I tell you, if they make that much profit at the same time as lowering the population, then they have more incentive than you can possibly imagine. Just sounds like COVID, doesn't it? In fact, walk through this with me. The Western world sent trillions of aid to Ukraine, so that Ukraine could buy weapons from the military-industrial complex at a much higher markup, like how health insurance works in the USA. I need some paracetamol. That'll be $1, please. I have insurance for that. Okay, your total will be $15.50. Everyone is blind to the reality of the world we live in. They don't live in our reality. They don't own the things we own, and they don't think the way that we think. They certainly don't want the same outcomes as us. To them, we are all useless eaters. Ants. What happens if they do own so-called UFOs or zero-point energy? And they've owned these for such time as since the death of Nikola Tesla, when they stole from suitcases full of patents for perhaps longer. Governments globally are taking UFOs as a real military failure. They fear the unmatched power and speed. They know they're up there, they know they're a threat, and who do they ask to send evidence of said technologies? The US government gave big businesses controlling the USA and military-industrial complex a time limit on when they had to hand over their alien craft, tech, and beings. I see only one reason for this to be stated on national TV, and I bet you can see it too. They must know Klaus Schwab's from another planet. I'm joking, but this is deadly serious, so don't get me mistaken. They don't want to bless us with a utopia. They want to bury us and keep it all for themselves. Dr. Stephen Greer, he's who you want to do some research into. You can find out more from him than I could ever possibly tell you. He specialises in whistleblower testimony and evidence provided by them. He's the person who pulled out the US government and showed them the information that he collected from an uncanny number of people who worked on UFO programs and top secret facilities that even the government has no knowledge of. The people who actually run this world, the weapon for whom they don't answer to anyone. They're above the law and they know it. In my opinion, based on my research, I'm to believe they do have this level of technological advancement. That's why they don't need us. Why pay slaves when self-replicating robots don't need pay and it's powered from unlimited energy? We are just another unnecessary outgoing. Imagine yourself as Elon Musk. You make a robot, teach it how to make robots, and then leave it in the same facility for a year. That robot will make another, the two will make 4, and the 4 will make 8, on and on. Using zero-point energy to run the facility. They can use zero-point energy in the AI-controlled mines, then deliver the resources in a self-driven electric vehicle to be made into parts via AI-controlled machines, and finally assembled by robots. How many do you think they have already? How many would they need? Boston Dynamics have had robots for many years capable of many feats. Imagine what you could do with them in the real world with the use of unlimited energy and AI control. But I can assure you that if they're as greedy as they blatantly show us, then the only reason we see the robots they advertise today is so that they can use a cheap robot instead of slave labour. That's nothing new, is it? That's the so-called biggest threat. It'll outsource everyone. No more jobs, no reason to have so many people alive. Slowly lowering the population while replacing us with metal replicas. They call themselves the 1%. Who here thinks they'll whittle us down until that's what they call 100%? They want to show us the best they have, They don't even want a patent company or government to know the level of capabilities they work alongside in these facilities. I'm sure you've all seen the viral videos of robots saying they'll kill us all and talking to each other about dominating the world. It's probable that all the robots made to date have been put into storage, ready for when the soldiers start resisting orders. I only recently watched a video in which a robot dog was being used alongside security in an asylum hotel, probably because they know that we won't protect them any longer and that we'll take our opportunity to provide evidence of the luxuries lifestyle we pay for. But in all fairness, why is it that all of these hotels have security? Is it to simply stop us all walking in, or something sinister, like needing to control the... bloody eyes boring, sorry about that. Like needing to control the vast number of dangerous people they invited in. While I'm on the topic of robots and immigration, I'd like to think about why our English Christian country is allowing anti-British Muslims into our country, putting them up in hotels while they record videos and post them to the media, saying that they want to destroy Britain, commit jihad, say our country is theirs, white women are for raping, and that they will kill everyone who isn't Muslim. They say we'll have two choices, become a Muslim or die for going against them. I know not all Muslims are like this, but riddle me this. We have thousands of hotels in every town up and down the country, housing those who have hate for our people and our religion. If the WHO were to put us back into a lockdown and implement martial law, who do you think is going to be used to create the hellscape of so-called 15-minute cities or concentration camps? I don't need to answer that, do I? But that's if civil war doesn't break out first. The Muslim Brothers call for arms against the British people. They terrorise our women, commit atrocities in our streets, preach that areas of our country are strictly their areas, and that if we go there, we will be attacked. They shout war chants as they parade through our cities every week, but for some reason, we're called extremists. We're the Nazis, fascists, racists. We're the ones who hate women. Our world has been turned sour, and life isn't just going to go back to the way it was. They make it clear what they want. The government make it clear where they stand, and the business is controlling everything. They love it. No matter what we buy, we fund the destruction of our country. We can't buy food, water, electricity, a phone, and in the modern world you need those to survive. If you think about it, it's quite amusing that every time you flush your toilet, you pay one company for the paper, one for the water, and one for the pump to refill your tank. You can't even shit without funding your demise. You'd have to be homeless with weed, shrimp clothing, drinking river water, and eat wild plants in order to not fund them. But still, the law has a way to penalise you for doing that. This is not a new system. It's called the 100-year plan, and they've been building it for a very long time. The other day, the government said, no, no, no. You dirty right-wing extremists can't protest on our streets with your flags and crosses. Later that day, thousands of people wearing balaclavas, dressed all in black, with bats, knives and machetes, paraded down our streets shouting Allah Akbar and repeating, whose streets? Our streets. To me, this sounds like a perfect example of having a two-tier government. I don't know if they'll ever listen to us. I believe they're desensitised to the killing and destruction of our country. I know that if we do nothing, then this torment won't stop, and that if they continue, we will all perish. I'd like to say a little prayer for everyone. Dear Lord, please watch over us as we fight for the free world. Keep us safe and bring us guidance in this time of fear and unknown. Please bless us with the strength to continue fighting this battle, and bless those around us who need wisdom to open their eyes and stand up for what's right, not to be scared, tempted or tricked by all of the evil surrounding us, and to deliver us to the Holy Land upon the return of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Well done.